commercial fisherman up in Talkeetna, and it was fresh the same day. So I just drove up there kind of at a moment's notice, went up and got 10 whole fish. They're silver salmon. The sockeye run has been really slow this year.
Oh, I'll get that one.
And then
look at that silver shine.
we brought them home and put them, gutted them and cleaned them and put them in a brine solution with brown sugar and salt and some spices. And then we laid them out to dry to form what's called a pedicle, which is kind of this glossy finish that you get on the meat, and just a little bit drier. And it does kind of undergo a transformation when you take it out of the brine. It looks more red, a little bit drier than the fresh meat. You can see the difference between the two types over here. So
Yeah, this has I think it's the pellicle on there, and it's really kind of a glossy, tacky coating. And yeah, these are just beautiful looking fillets. They do get a little bit less of this pink color and more of a deep red after they've been in the brine.
yeah.
And yours look even more so, they're a little drier.
So
So what's the difference between these and these over here?
yeah.
These ones, I made it basically a vat and did about, all these fillets I put in there with 2 quarts of water and 2/3 of a cup of salt and 2 cups of brown sugar. So a very simple brine solution for those. Left them soaking overnight in the fridge. And how about yours?
Okay, so mine was a dry rub essentially, but what you do is you take your 3 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of salt, and then you add in a few spices. I used black pepper and garlic and some cayenne pepper, and then you just stick all the fish together inside of a bin. I just used a Rubbermaid bin, and wait about 12 to 14 hours. And when I pulled the fish out of the bin, there was a lot of moisture in it because all that salt and sugar just drew the moisture out of the fish. Even though it was at first a dry rub, it turns out to be kind of a solution.
Turns into a brine?
Yeah, it turns into a brine. So
Okay, cool. So we're gonna smoke it. We got the Little Chief going. I have a little apple chips left over. I'm gonna mostly use alder, and we're gonna load up the rack that's over there, and it goes in here on top of the chips. And it's electric, so it'll sit there and smoke. We're gonna probably smoke it for about 8 hours, maybe 4 pans of the fruit wood there. So we'll see how it turns out, and we're gonna kind of compare our 2 different recipes, the dry rub and the brine solution. All right, so we got the drip pan here for the smoker, and we could probably put quite a few more of those on that rack, and maybe put the thicker ones on the bottom because the heat's going to be a little hotter down there on the bottom. But this is the Little Chief rack. It holds a bit of fish, maybe a couple fish go on there. That's right, 1.5 fish that I have there in the big fillets, and you probably have at least another fish in your smaller fillets, huh?
yeah, we decided to do all 10 fish.
So what's on the table here is a total of 10 fish?
Yeah. Well, actually, we ate 1 fresh.
We did eat 1 fresh. Gotta have some fresh.
Yeah,
So this ritual of putting away salmon is important for whites and natives alike. And this extends to wild game and so on too here in Alaska. As you see behind me, I have various freezers. And those are just big tall freezers. And then this one, a chest freezer. But that's so we can get a significant amount of game and other preserves and store them for the winter, which is always a satisfying thing for us to do. So over here we've got the Traeger grill getting started with a batch of salmon there to smoke. We've got about 4.5 fish in there. Beautiful looking fillets. Nice pellicle formed on them. Being in the brine. We're also going to coat these with maple syrup. And we're using alder. So the alder is fantastic for fish. It's the sportsman's favorite. Keep them in this bucket here to really keep them dry. One problem we have is then they absorb water, then they don't burn properly. Hopper nice and full for a good 6 or 8 hours of smoking. We'll get them going. Brought the Little Chief out here to the patio, and it's got a new batch of chips, so it's going to start smoking soon. And the Traeger is really going. It's pouring out of there. That's the drip jar. And it's smoking away. Got a nice load of alder in there. What do you think, Kirsten?
It's pretty good.
Is it gonna be yummy?
I think so. Salmon is yummy.
How about smoked salmon?
Even better.
It's even better. What's your favorite way to eat it? Just by itself, or do you like to make smoked salmon gravy or
lox.
smoked salmon?
Like, I like it on the bagel.
Ooh, mixed in with cream cheese and on a bagel?
Yeah.
That'll be so good.
Mhm.
That's really part of the Alaska experience, isn't it?
Mhm.
Are you an Alaska kid?
Yep.
Do you swim in the ocean?
Yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
You like
Well,
to-
whenever we go to Seward.
You like to swim in the ocean in Seward?
Yeah. Once you get used to it, it feels warm like the Hawaii Ocean.
Once you get used to it, like your skin is numb?
No,
Then
it doesn't. It doesn't numb for
It
me.
actually feels warm?
Yeah.
Wow.
Once you just have your feet in it for a while, it's like, hey, this is like the Hawaii Ocean.
Guess Alaska kids can do anything, huh?
Well, I've never met a girl who could do that and not get numb.
Okay. What I've done here is just get them in the smoke, but after about an hour I'm going to paint them with some maple syrup. Birch syrup also works great and is a little more Alaskan. So hey guys, it's almost 1 in the morning and we've got the fish out of the smoker, and I want to show you what the final end product is going to be. Okay guys, here's the final end product. It's about 1 in the morning and pulled the fish out of the smoker, and this is what the salmon looks like. Beautiful, beautiful coloration. Lovely fish, all preserved by brining and smoking. This is all the stuff that was in the Traeger smoker. And then this is from the Little Chief. This we did more of a dry rub on it, so it turned out a bit drier. So when we look at that, it's a bit drier, flaky. Very delicious. If you could only smell and taste this. And then this is a little more moist. I used a maple syrup glaze on it. Just look at that. You can see the volume is considerably down. It shrinks quite a bit as it dries out. Still a lot of fish. And then here's some that off of this piece, I took some off. That's the skin side there. And then this is what it looks like. So it's really just a fantastic smoked preserved product. Alright, well you guys have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the video. And please like and subscribe to our channel if you get the chance. We'd appreciate hearing your comments. Bye-bye.